Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to begin by thanking Chairman Klein for his work on this important legislation. Of course, our ranking member, Bobby Scott, as well, and the members of the committee and the Rules Committee for allowing us to offer this amendment here this evening. Mr. Speaker, in short, my amendment ensures that Indian children will not be expected to attend school in buildings that are dilapidated and dangerous. Under Title V of House Resolution 5, the federal government has an obligation to fund and to maintain these schools. It's time to honor that obligation and send a message to our students in Indian country that their education and their success in life are important to all of us. And expecting them to go to school and facilities in utter disrepair simply does not send that message. According to the Department of Interior, there are 63 schools funded by the Bureau of Indian Education that are listed in poor condition. For example, the Bugo-Nagishig School on the Leech Lake Reservation in my district is housed in an old pole building, cold and drafty in the winter, hot in the summer, unfit for children or teachers in any season. I operated my sawmill and pallet factory in a pole building. I think we all agree that we want something better for our children when they go to school. Look around us right now, Mr. Speaker. We have a magnificent Capitol here to symbolize the importance of the work and the purpose of what we do here. Sure, as a practical matter, we could conduct our business, our nation's business in a pole building, but we don't, and for good reason. Architecture carries with it and needs to carry with it not only a sense of function, but a sense of importance and a sense of purpose. The simple truth is, architecturally distinctive schools deliver a message to students that their education is valued, that it is important. The Bugo-Nagishig School, as I mentioned, like so many others, has an incredibly long list of serious problems. Students endure rodent and bat infestations, roof leaks and holes, mold and fungus, a faulty air system, uneven floors, poor lighting, sewer problems, and dangerous electrical configurations with wires just crisscrossing all the hallways in the rooms in a dangerous way. This building is literally at risk of collapse. It has earned the nickname Killer Hall from the local emergency responders. Students and faculty throughout the 63 schools in Indian country face a similar serious health and safety risk every day at the schools like this, thus perpetuating lower graduation rates and difficulties retaining qualified teachers. In fact, Chairman Klein, and I applaud him for it, himself called for action on tribal school construction in a letter to the Bureau of Indian Education just last week. And again, Mr. Chairman, I applaud you for that. Regarding the Bugo-Nagishig School, the chairman said, and I quote, "This appalling situation not only adversely affects the quality of education these students receive, but also their health and their safety." The chairman is right. Our children deserve better regardless of where they live. I want to particularly thank Congresswoman Betty McCollum for her continued support on this issue, as well as Congressman Ann Kirkpatrick of Arizona, Congressman Ben Ray Lujan of New Mexico, and Congressman Ruiz of California for co-sponsoring this amendment. I'm pleased the administration requests more money for the Bureau of Indian Education construction funding in its recent budget. But we can do better. We can do more. Minnesota's MinnPost Devin Henry recently wrote in a story entitled, "Where Republicans and Democrats agree, the government can agree to spend more." And that item is funding for Indian education and construction. I would ask unanimous consent that that article be included in the record. Mr. Speaker, the choice
covered by general leave.
Mr. Speaker, the choice today is simple. No child should be expected to endure deteriorating schoolrooms to get an education. I urge my colleagues to adopt the amendment. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.